Assalamu alaikum students. In this lecture, we will solve a numerical to understand all these concepts in much better fashion. Always numericals are very important to reinforce the concepts that you are getting in theory. This numerical is based on the torque speed calculation of shunt DC motor. Now let us see what is given. The given parameters of the shunt DC motor are: the first parameter is the rated power of the shunt DC motor is equal to 50 horsepower. That is, in this particular problem, we are using the shunt DC motor whose rated power is 50 horsepower, and the terminal voltage of the DC shunt motor is given as 250 volt. Terminal voltage is also called the input voltage of the shunt DC motor. The value of the input voltage is given here 250 volt. And also given is that the DC shunt motor is with compensating winding. This point is very important. As we know, by using the compensating winding, we can cancel out the flux weakening problem. As we have already discussed in detail, due to armature reaction, the flux weakening problem exists in the DC motor. To cancel out or to eliminate the flux weakening problem, we use the compensating winding. It means it does not have flux weakening problem. If we are using the compensating winding in this particular problem, then it means it does not have flux weakening problem. That is, the flux will remain constant because we are using the compensating winding in this particular problem. That's why the flux will remain constant. This is the importance of compensating winding. Other than that, the given parameters are: the internal resistance of the armature winding is equal to 0.06 ohm, and the total resistance of the field winding is equal to R adjustable or variable plus RF is equal to 50 ohm. RF means the internal resistance of the field winding. R adjustable means the variable resistors externally we connect to control the field current. The total resistance, that is R adjustable plus RF, is given here 50 ohm. And the no load speed is given as 1200 revolution per minute. No load speed means when we do not connect the load across the motor, then the speed of shunt DC motor is given in this particular problem is 1200 revolution per minute. As we know, when we connect the load, then the speed of the shunt DC motor decreases, as we have already discussed. This speed is given in this particular problem here 1200 revolution per minute. Let this is equal to N naught. N naught means the speed in revolution per minute at no load condition. The value of N naught is given here 1200 revolution per minute. The equivalent circuit of the shunt DC motor is given here. This is the equivalent circuit of the shunt DC motor. As we have already discussed, when the field winding is connected in parallel with the armature winding, then the motor is called the DC shunt motor. As you can see in this circuit, the field winding is connected in parallel with the armature winding. Here the terminal voltage is Vt is equal to 250 volt. This is also called the input voltage. This is the field winding and this is the armature winding. This is the EA, means internal generated voltage, or also called the back EMF in case of motor. The value of the armature resistance is given here 0.06 ohm. The value of the field resistance, that is R adjustable plus RF, is equal to 50 ohm. Now the question is to find the speed of shunt DC motor when the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. That is, we want to find the speed of the shunt DC motor when the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Along this, we want to find the torque induced of shunt DC motor when the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Input current in this particular problem is the IL current. IL is basically the input current. It is not the armature current or field current. We usually represent the input current as IL, armature current as IA and the field current as IL. The current given in this particular problem is the input current. The value of armature current and the value of field currents are not given here. So in this particular problem, we want to find the speed of the shunt DC motor and the torque induced of the shunt DC motor. And the condition is when the value of the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Now, first of all, we will find the speed of the shunt DC motor when the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Then we will find the value of torque induced of shunt DC motor when the input current is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. As we know, tau induced is equal to K phi into IA, and the formula of the internal generated voltage is EA is equal to K phi into omega, or EA is equal to K dash phi into omega. We will use this formula when the speed is given in radian per second. If the speed is given in revolution per minute, then we will use this formula, that is EA is equal to K dash phi into N. Normally in industries we measure the speed in revolution per minute instead of radian per second. That's why we use this formula, that is EA is equal to K dash phi into N. And also we know the power converted in DC shunt motor is equal to EA into IA is equal to tau induced into omega. As we know, DC motor converts the electrical power into mechanical power. So that's why power converted, that is EA into IA is equal to tau induced into omega. This is the electrical power. Electrical DC motor will convert this electrical power into mechanical power. The mechanical parameters are tau induced into omega. As you can see in this equation, EA is dependent on the speed. The relationship between the speed and the internal generated voltage is the directly proportional. And here the value of K dash and flux are constant because we are using in this particular problem a compensating winding. In case of compensating winding, then the value of flux will be constant and K dash is constant as well. Here K dash and flux both are constant. In case of no load, that is when we do not connect the load across the DC shunt motor, then the formula of the internal generated voltage is EA naught is equal to K dash flux into N naught. N naught is the speed at no load condition. EA naught is the internal generated voltage at no load condition. When we connect the load, then the internal generated voltage formula is EAL is equal to K dash flux into NL. L means load. This is the formula of internal generated voltage when we connect the load. This is the formula of internal generated voltage when in case of no load condition. There are two formulas. This is the formula in case of no load condition and this is the formula with load. So what is the thing we find here? Find the speed of the DC shunt motor. We want to find the speed of the shunt motor, that is the value of NL. When IL is equal to 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Therefore, we will divide these two equations to find the speed of the DC shunt motor, that is the value of NL. So we will divide these two equations. Therefore, EAL is equal to K dash phi into NL. EAL is equal to K dash phi into NL and EA naught is equal to K dash flux into N naught. As K is the constant, K and K will be cancelled out and the flux in this particular problem is constant as well because we are using the compensating winding. In case of compensating winding, the value of the flux will be constant. Therefore, K dash flux will be cancelled out. The remaining equation will be equal to EAL is equal to NL, EA naught is equal to N naught. That is NL over N naught is equal to EAL over EA naught. In this particular problem, we want to find the value speed of the shunt DC motor, that is the value of NL. Therefore, NL will be equal to EAL over EA naught into N naught. N naught will be multiplied with this factor. The final equation becomes NL is equal to EAL over EA naught into N naught. By using this equation, we can find the speed of the DC shunt motor, that is the value of NL. In this particular problem, we want to find the value of NL, that is the speed of the DC shunt motor when the value of the current, that is IL, is 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. The value of N naught is given, as we have already discussed. The no load speed is given as 1200 revolution per minute, that is the value of N naught is given in this particular problem. The value of EAL and EA naught are not given. These voltages, that is EAL and EA naught, the internal generated voltages are not given in this particular problem. First of all, we will find the value of EA naught and EAL. As we know, VT is equal to EA plus IA into RA in case of DC shunt motor. This equation, as we have already discussed, VT is equal to EA plus IA into RA. In case of no load condition, in case of no load, the value of the current will be 0. No load means the circuit is open. In case of open circuit, the value of current is 0. Putting the value of I is 0 in this equation, therefore VT, now the VT will be equal to EA naught. In case of no load, IA, the value of the current IA is 0. The final equation is now becomes VT is equal to EA naught. As we know, the value of VT is given in this particular problem is 250 volt. Therefore, EA naught will be equal to 250 volt. This is the internal generated voltage when we do not connect the load across the DC shunt motor in this particular problem. This is the no load internal generated voltage. The value of the internal generated voltage at no load condition is 250 volt. This is the no load voltage. Now we will find the value of EAL, that is when we use or when we connect the load with DC shunt motor, then we find the internal generated voltage, that is the value of EAL. EAL means when we connect the load with DC shunt motor, then what will be the value of internal generated voltage. That is, now we want to find the value of EAL, that is the internal generated voltage at IL is equal to 100 ampere. When we connect the load, then the value of IL or input current is now 100 ampere. When the value of current is 100 ampere, then now we want to find the value of internal generated voltage. As we know, in case of DC shunt motors, Vt is equal to Ea plus Ia into Ra. As you can see in this equation, the value of EAL now will be equal to Vt minus Ia into Ra. EAL means the internal generated voltage when we connect the load, that is when the current will flow, IL is equal to 100 ampere. EAL is equal to Vt minus, this factor is plus. When we take this factor to the left hand side, then the EAL will be equal to Vt minus Ia into Ra. EALL means with load. Here, the unknown factor is the armature current. The value of the terminal voltage in this particular problem is given as 250 volt, and the value of the internal resistance of the armature winding is 0.06 ohm. The unknown factor in this equation is Ia, that is armature current. As we know, IL is equal to Ia plus IF. As we know, IL is equal to Ia plus IF. Ia plus IF. Ia will be, in this particular equation, Ia will be equal to Ia is equal to IL minus IF. The value of IL in part A is 100 ampere. The value of IL is given in this problem. The value of IL is 100 ampere. In part A, we will use the value of IL is equal to 100 ampere. In part B, we will use the value of IL is equal to 200 ampere. In part C, we will use the value of IL is equal to 300 ampere. Minus IF, as we know, IF is equal to, in case of shunt DC motor, Vt over Rf. Rf is equal to Rf plus R adjustable. As you can see in this equation, both windings are connected in parallel. Therefore, the Vf will be equal to Vt. As we know, in case of parallel circuit, the voltage remains same. Therefore, 100 minus the value of Vt is given to 50 volt divided by the value of R adjustable plus Rf is equal to 50 ohm. Therefore, by solving this equation, the value of Ia is equal to 100 minus 5 is equal to 95 ampere. The value of the armature current is 95 ampere when the input current, that is when the value of the IL is equal to 100 ampere. Then the value of armature current is Ia is equal to 95 ampere. Therefore, EAL is equal to Vt minus Ia into Ra. Putting the value of Vt, Ia and Ra in this equation, we get 250 volt minus 95 ampere into the value of Ra is 0.06 ohm. By solving this equation, we get EAL is equal to 244.3 volt. This is the internal generated voltage at IL is equal to 100 ampere. In case of input current is equal to 100 ampere, then the internal generated voltage is equal to 244.3 volt. Therefore, the speed of the DC shunt motor is as NL is equal to EAL over EA naught into N naught. Putting the value of N naught, EAL and EA naught in this equation, we get the speed of the DC shunt motor. The value of EL is equal to 244.3 divided by the value of EA naught. We have already found the value of EA naught is 250 volt, and the value of N naught is given in this particular problem. The value of N naught, that is no load speed, is 1200 revolution per minute. By solving this equation, the speed of the DC shunt motor becomes NL is equal to 1175 revolution per minute. This is the speed of the DC shunt motor when we connect the load IL is equal to 100 ampere. In case of no load, the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1200 ampere. When we connect the load, as we have already discussed, the speed of the DC shunt motor decreases, as you can see in this equation. Now the speed is equal to 1175 revolution per minute. When we connect the load, IL is equal to 100 ampere. In case of no load, the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1200 revolution per minute. Now the part B is, we want to find the speed of the DC shunt motor at IL is equal to 200 ampere. When we increase the load, then we want to find the speed of the DC shunt motor. Similarly, we can solve part B as same as part A. As we know, Vt is equal to EA plus IA into RA. EAL is equal to Vt minus IA into RA. Now, the input current is 200 ampere. In part A, the input current was 100 ampere. Now the input current is increased. Similarly, as we have already discussed, now IL is equal to IA plus IF. IA will be equal to IL minus IF. The value of IL is given in the part B is 200 ampere, and the value of IF we have already calculated in the part A. The value of IF is equal to 5 ampere. 200 minus 5, the answer is 195 ampere. Now the armature current is 195 ampere. In part A, the armature current was 95 ampere. Now the armature current in part B is 195 ampere. Therefore, the internal generated voltage with load is equal to 250 minus 195 into 0.06. By solving this equation, we get the internal generated voltage is equal to 238.3 volt. Now the internal generated voltage is equal to 238.3 volt. In part A, the internal generated voltage was 244.3 volt. Therefore, the speed of the DC shunt motor now becomes NL is equal to EAL over EA naught into N naught. Putting the value of N naught, EAL and EA naught in this equation, we get 238.3. The value of EAL is equal to 238.3 volt, and the value of EA naught we have already calculated in part A is equal to 250 volt, and the no load speed is equal to 1200 revolution per minute. By solving this equation, we get the speed of the DC shunt motor is equal to NL is equal to 1144 revolution per minute. In part A, the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1175 revolution per minute. When we increase the load, now the speed is further reduced. The new speed is now NL is equal to 1144 revolution per minute. Now we will solve the part C of this problem. The part C is, we want to find the speed of the DC shunt motor when the input current is IL is equal to 300 ampere. As we know, Vt is equal to EA plus IA into RA, and with load EAL is equal to Vt minus IA into RA. Similarly, as we have already solved in part B and A, IL is equal to IA plus IF, and the value of and the current IA will be equal to IA is equal to IL minus IF. Putting the value of IL and IF in this equation, we get the value of IL is equal to 300 ampere now, minus the value of IF we have already calculated in part A and B. IF is equal to 5 ampere. Therefore, IA will be equal to 295 ampere. Now the armature current IA is equal to 295 ampere. Putting the value of IA in this equation, we get EAL is equal to 250 volt minus 295 ampere into 0.06. By solving this equation, we get the internal generated voltage is equal to 232.3 volt. Now this is the new value of the internal generated voltage when the input current is equal to 300 ampere. Then the internal generated voltage is equal to 232.3 volt. Therefore, the speed of the DC shunt motor will be is equal to NL is equal to EAL over EA naught into N naught. Putting the value of EL, EA naught and N naught in this equation, we get 232.3 divided by 250 into 1200. By solving this equation, we get the new speed of the DC shunt motor is equal to NL is equal to 1115 revolution per minute. Now the speed of the DC shunt motor reduced further because we have increased the load. At now the speed is 1115 revolution per minute. So we have found out the value of N at 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. Now we will find the torque induced at IL is equal to 100 ampere, 200 ampere and 300 ampere. First of all, we will find the torque induced at 100 ampere. As we know, the power converted in the DC shunt motor is equal to EA into IA is equal to tau induced into omega. The power converted in DC shunt motor is equal to EA into IA is equal to tau induced into omega. We want to find the value of the torque induced, therefore tau induced will be equal to EA into IA over omega. Omega is the speed in radian per second. First of all, we will find the value of the tau induced at IL is equal to 100 ampere. Tau induced at IL is equal to 100 ampere. As we have already calculated the value of EA when the EA and IA when the value of IL is equal to 100 ampere. Therefore, tau induced is equal to, in case of IL is equal to 100 ampere, the value of internal generated voltage in part 1 we have already calculated is equal to 244.3 volt, and the value of IA is 95 ampere. As we have already calculated both values, that is the value of EA and IA when in the part 1. As we know, omega is equal to 2 pi over 60 into n. N is the speed in revolution per minute. This value, we have also calculated this value in the part 1. The value of n in the part 1 is equal to 1175 revolution per minute. By solving this equation, we get tau induced is equal to, by solving this equation, we get the value of tau induced is equal to 190 Newton meters. This is the value of tau induced when the input current is equal to 100 ampere. Now we will find the value of tau induced when the input current is 200 ampere at IL is equal to 200 ampere. As we know, tau induced is equal to EA IA over omega. The value of EA, IA and omega we have already calculated in part 1. The value of EA is equal to, as we have already calculated in part 1, the value of EA is equal to 238.3 volt. 238.3 volt, and the value of IA is equal to 195 ampere. As we know, omega is equal to 2 pi over 60 into the value of n is equal to, and we have already calculated 1144 revolution per minute. By solving this equation, we get the value of tau induced is equal to 388 Newton per meter. Now we will solve the part C, that is we will find the value of tau induced at IL is equal to 300 ampere. As we know, tau induced is equal to EA into IA over omega. Putting the value of EA, IA and omega in this equation, we get the value of EA is equal to 232.3, as we have already calculated in part 1. The value of IA is equal to 295 ampere, and as we know, omega is equal to 2 pi over 60 into n. N is equal to 1115 revolution per minute. By solving this equation, we get tau induced is equal to 587 Newton meters. These are the value of the tau induced. Now we will plot the torque speed characteristics of this particular problem. In x-axis we draw the torque induced, in y-axis we draw the speed. As we have already solved, when the torque induced will increase, then the speed of the DC shunt motor decreases. At no load, the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1200 revolution per minute. When we increase the load, that is when the input current is 100 ampere, then the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1175 revolution per minute. When the value of IA is equal to 200 ampere, then the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1144 revolution per minute. When the input current is equal to 300 ampere, then the speed of the DC shunt motor is 1115 revolution per minute. And at this particular problem, when the input current is 100 ampere, then the value of the torque induced is equal to 190 Newton meter. When the value of IL is equal to 200 ampere, then the value of the torque induced is equal to 388 Newton meter. When the value of IL is equal to 300 ampere, then the value of torque induced is equal to 587 Newton meter. This is the plot of torque speed. That's it for this lecture.